You know, it's not going to happen. That's it's just not. Sorry. Please do smash that like. Do chat in with where you're from so I can see who's on the stream. But Trump is endorsing someone in the speaker's race. Some of you probably know who that is already. I will give you, in addition to this update on the speaker's race, I have a seriously funny article from the Babylon Bee. I'll read to you. So there you go. I just as a free thing, just a little extra in the breaking news and then the funny. So Donald Trump is set to endorse Jim Jordan as Speaker of the House. So that's what's taking place. So uh, it's over at this point. I mean, the fact of the matter is, if Donald Trump is going to endorse Jim Jordan and Jim Jordan's running, uh, I don't see this ending any other way at this point. So Jim Jordan is going to be the next Speaker of the House. Now, I have a question for you in the audience. Do you agree with that? Do you think, okay, great, Jim Jordan is going to be Speaker of the House? I'm great with that. Is that where you're at? Or do you have maybe some stipulations you'd like to see around that? I'm kind of curious here in the chat. Here's what I would say. I do not want that motion to vacate rule to change one iota. Okay, Rise Harris says no. I'm going to tell you why. So I know a lot of people are for Jim. Intellectual iconoclasm says should have been elected over Kevin McCarthy. Women Clothed in the Sun Q says yes, 100, 100, 100. Way behind Jim Jordan. Here's the thing. Jim Jordan, I'm going to just, folks, I'll give you my critique on Jim Jordan, what my criticism is. He is really light on taking on big tech. And there's her Black Wings 33 says Jim Jordan under the same rules McCarthy had, and that would be my stipulation too. What I would want. I mean, if the see, I don't trust any of them, and I know this is terrible because a lot of people are really on the Jim Jordan train, but I don't trust Jim Jordan. He has a history of being soft on big tech. He just does. And as a result of that, with everything that we've seen with big tech censorship, with interference, with everything that has happened, and the way they control the narrative. I mean, we're seeing search algorithms changed just around President Trump. And like, I remember, maybe I told you guys this story before, some of you may remember, but if you remember when Trump was doing those big rallies, he did these rallies in Pennsylvania back in 2020. And he did one in Butler, Pennsylvania. He did 3 or 4 in Pennsylvania on the same day. My mind, it's 3 or 4. Anyways, I wanted to know how many people were at those rallies. So I did a very specific search. I even used the quote marks, about Butler, Pennsylvania, and all of this. And you know what they kept doing? Bring me up to a search about old people being left in the cold in Nebraska or Kansas or something like that at a at a Trump rally down there. So this is where I'm having a little trouble with this. I'll just be honest. I know a lot of you are really behind Jim Jordan, and that's great. I'm sure he's a better pick than Kevin McCarthy. Please smash that like if you would. Let's get that stream out there. But I am curious. So Chip Roy for speaker. Jason, I really like Chip Roy, but I'll be honest. I wasn't impressed with some of his comments the other day. And here's the thing. That doesn't mean I'm like, oh, he's a sellout and I'm throwing him under the bus or anything. But I'm telling you, all these people are going to let you down. They will always let you down. I'm sorry. It's just what is. Okay. Hey, good to see you on. Fans from Alberta, Canada. Perhaps a Trump endorsement will aid Dems and rhinos in keeping Jim out, making the way for Trump. I don't think so, Pamela, because you think about that logic, right? If it would, make it so Jim Jordan wouldn't get, they certainly wouldn't vote for Trump. Well, Jim Jordan is the least bad of the alternatives I've seen. Yes, her Black Wings, you're correct. Okay. I did see Chip Roy's rant, and that's kind of what, I mean, for him to just go off cussing and, whining about being at home. Look, we all want to be at home. I understand that, but when you're taking the job in Congress, you gotta, you don't get that luxury. But the big thing is, I want that motion to vacate rule to stay in place. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Byron Donalds. See, here's the thing. How? And I know I'm kind of beating a dead horse, but just hear me on this. Every time I think one of these people is actually going to step up and do the right thing, they just don't. Honestly, people, it seems like it really does get to be about fundraising and finding the money and all this other kind of stuff. And I don't know, maybe it's like kind of a, looking for fame. I don't know. I don't know, but they just, they seem to let me down. Jason, Lauren Boebert, just kidding. Yeah, Lauren, I don't know. They all kind of go off the rails, but yeah, this is more, if you're jumping into this stream late, we're at the point of having a discussion. The big news is Trump is endorsing Jim Jordan. We're talking about maybe who we would like to have seen, or potentially what rules we want Jim Jordan to have to face. See, Mitch McConnell went on a rant the other day talking about how we needed to get rid of the rule to Mitch McConnell. People went on a rant the other day about how they needed to get rid of the rule on the motion to vacate because it makes it too hard for the speaker to do their job. Okay, if you ever needed a reason why we need the motion to vacate, that's all you need. That's all you need to know, is that Mitch McConnell thinks we we need to get rid of it, okay? If Mitch McConnell thinks we need to get rid of it, we should probably keep it, okay? Just saying. The Canam says, I've watched Jim Jordan over the years, love the guy, talks a tough stand, but seems to lack in actual outcomes and end results. That's my problem with all of them. Okay, they all seem to be like, it's like grab a headline, right? So, and look, we're in like a 15-minute news cycle, it seems. And so they all just want to grab a headline, and it looks like they're going to do the right thing. But then when it actually comes time to do the right thing, they don't do the right thing. And yet they grab the headline, so it seems like they did the right thing. Are you guys all understand what I'm saying? And that's my problem with all of this, because I just, for once, I want to see a Congress that does the right thing. Why is it Congress approval rating is always so low? It's at like 13%. And then people talk about the do nothing Congress. I actually like do nothing Congresses, people, because if they're not passing new laws, new legislation, and new spending bills, that's great. That's great. What we need to do is get some balanced budget amendment at the federal level. Like, states have to balance their own budgets. Did you know that by constitution and rules of the states actually have to balance their budgets? The federal government does not. That's why we're running up these huge deficits. So we need a Congress that will actually put that in place, and a Senate that will then pass it through, and a president that will actually sign it into law. That's the dream that needs to be realized. And remember, back when Trump was president and Paul Ryan was speaker, we couldn't get a damn thing done, and we were supposed to have it all and able to get it done. Okay. Anyways, but Jim Jordan. But here, I told you guys, I promised you a funny. So I'm going to read you this from the Babylon Bee, and you're going to be in stitches. By the way, please do smash that like. And what's up? What's going on with the blocking thing here? I see in the chat. But anyways, please do smash that like, and please do. I've got all my links below. I got my Black Ovis hat on. Black Ovis, great place if you like going outdoor gear. There's a link, an affiliate link there. Great company. I really like the owners. Small business. MyPillow.com, promo code Lumberjack, save you up to 66%. I'm telling you, people, you have got to get the Giza sheets. They are the best. They really are. They're the best. All right. Out of the Babylon Bee. Just the headlines are classic. FBI stops by Antifa riot to ask if they've seen any dangerous MAGA around. Los Angeles. According to sources, federal agents confronted a group of Antifa rioters who were in the middle of burning down a courthouse so they could ask them if they'd seen any dangerous MAGA around. Hey, friends. Have you seen any of the have you seen any of them dangerous MAGA around? A special agent later identified as David Friedkin reportedly asked while attempting to shield his face from the blaze. It's imperative that we find them before they do something dangerous like calmly walk inside a federal building or vote for the wrong presidential candidate. Witnesses claim one of the Antifa rioters was kind enough to stop throwing Molotov cocktails so he could answer. Well, golly gee whiz, mister. No MAGA types around here, but they sure do sound dangerous. But we've been pretty busy burning down this building. Buildings don't burn themselves, the lovable scamp added. Thank you, citizen, the agent allegedly said before running across the street to assault a bystander who was wearing a red hat. Federal authorities are asking all American citizens to be on the lookout for dangerous MAGA extremists. If you suspect someone of being a MAGA, please contact the authorities immediately, or at least throw Molotov cocktails at them. I love the Babylon Bee. There was another one. Let me see if I can find it, because this was hilarious. I'll see if it's still on here. Oh, this is it. This is it. Okay. And this is funny because it's too close to the truth. Okay. Again, if you're just joining the stream, we're having fun now at this point. We're sharing some Babylon Bee articles. If you're new, please subscribe to the channel and join in. And also, Jim Jordan is going to be, we only need 8 rhinos to remove Jordan, somebody said. But look, the fact is, if you're just joining the stream, Jim Jordan is going to be Speaker of the House because Trump's endorsing him. And I'm just telling you, it's I don't see it happening any other way. His name was already being floated as a good prospect. So out of the Babylon Bee again. Genius. Vacationing family poses as illegal immigrants to get free hotel room in New York City. New York, New York. The notoriously frugal Donaldson family cleverly posed as illegal immigrants, scoring a free week at a luxury hotel in downtown New York City. Good evening. Hola, amigo, said Mr. Donaldson, approaching the hotel desk. We are weary illegal immigrants looking for a top floor corner suite, preferably with a jacuzzi, away from the ice machine, por favor. Despite the pale skin and South Southern draw, the Donaldsons managed to fool the hotel staff with authentic Party City sombreros and bushy stick-on mustaches. My name? Ah, yes, my name is Jesus. This is my wife, Rosalita, and my daughters, Rosalita Jr. and Rosalita Extra Jr., said Mr. Donaldson to the check-in clerk. See, they all have the mustache like me. My guapo. Would you care for a churro? Feeling compassion for their plight, the hotel employee offered condolences to the Donaldson family for Governor Hochul's harsh word about illegal immigrants coming to New York. Such ignorance, responded Mr. Donaldson. You know, a little room service would go a long way towards healing the wounds. Some, what do you Americans call them, margaritas, perhaps? At publishing time, a hotel employee had become suspicious after seeing Mr. Donaldson without his mustache, but he saved the ruse by quickly asking, ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? I don't know. What? It's just, what do you do, folks, but laugh about the insanity of this? We've got this open border. There's so many headwinds right now that we as a nation are facing. Herb Blackwing said Trump endorsing Jordan isn't surprising. Jordan endorsed him and spoke at his last Ohio rally. I think Jordan is smart enough to know that Donald Trump carries the day with the base, and there's something from these politicians. I guess what I'm trying to say is politicians tend to think of themselves, and maybe Jim Jordan will do a great job. Maybe my fears about his ties to big tech and his large campaign contributions that he gets from them, maybe that'll all be disavowed. Maybe whatever. But so long as there's a motion to vacate and they can get rid of Jim Jordan if he's bad, uh, that that would be good. You know, I saw somebody say Trey Gowdy for speaker. I do not want Trey Gowdy for speaker. He just really, I mean, he went over to Fox News, and it's like he just became part of the neocon class that, yeah, I just don't want him. What else we got? Trump's a little busy fighting for his life and running for president. Exactly. And I just don't even know why he'd want that to be in the, what? I'm sorry. I got Bob White, both three Bobs, says at Neil Johnson giving San Fran homeless tickets to Mexico so they can come back across the border for the benefits. That's a joke, right? It's a joke. Anyways, it's got to be a joke. But it's pretty bad. I mean, that's the problem. I mean, you're actually wondering, is that a joke? Okay. You know, maybe we should put in Matt Gaetz. Look, PFO ain't gonna happen. I tell you what, they are trying to. If you didn't see my live earlier today, they're trying to expel Matt Gaetz from the House. They're trying to team up with Democrats to do that. Okay. You know, they can say what they want. I honestly, here's the scoop. Listen to me on this one. I don't care if Matt Gaetz did it for fundraising. I don't actually care why he did it. I just care that it was done. If Matt Gaetz is lying to us and he's being disingenuous and he's just trying to raise funds, I really don't care. I just didn't want Kevin McCarthy there anymore. I had tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. All of you who watched me cover the speaker's race, no. I said, well, let's give him a chance. Because once they had gotten Kevin McCarthy to agree to those terms, if Kevin McCarthy failed on those, then they had the recourse to do this. If they had gotten Kevin McCarthy to agree to the terms and then reneged on the deal, then that would be on them. Okay. But it's not. So, anyways, I'm just saying I think there's good people who actually just disagree. I understand that. Look, not everybody agrees with me. Not everybody agrees with my choices, and that's fine. The question is, are we actually concerned about the Uniparty? Are we actually concerned about the Fed? Are we concerned about the budgets and deficits and that type of thing? And if we see different people differently, I'm okay with that. You know, I mean, some of my audience doesn't like Trump. Some of them do. Whatever. I will be happy to cast my vote for Trump. And the only reason I say that, I mean, there have been things that I've been disappointed with. But I don't know who would have handled COVID better. Okay, seriously. I don't know. I was really frustrated with the passing of the stimulus bills. I'm very frustrated with that because that was what was that, 7 trillion? Was that 7 trillion in spending? I mean, it was way too much, and so much of it went to waste. Hey, Roy's on. Look at his Batman logo. He changed up his Batman logo. Roy, you're looking good. Rainmaker too. Good to see you on. It's good to see y'all. You know, it's been a little while. I know I was guy doing my shows through the summer, and then I was out in Montana hunting elk, which was a good time. But yeah, it's just good to see y'all again. Seashell Mac, see you there. So my only issue is to get my tickets for Bill Connelly. It's just, you people are all funny, and I love that you all have different thoughts. Okay, McCarthy is crying in Frank Lutz's lap. You guys are hilarious. That's look, Kevin McCarthy. Maybe we should do like our own Babylon Bee story. Late last night, Kevin McCarthy was seen at Frank Lutz's place crying. Lutz was doing a good job to console him as he held Kevin McCarthy in his lap. Could read a whole story on it. Anyways, my kids are actually, those of you who have seen my kids do that one video We're just goofing off here right now, but if you saw my kids' video on Nancy Pelosi stealing the Constitution, which is actually on my Neil of the North channel, it's hilarious. But they want to do another one, and this one's going to be they want to do it on an October surprise. Anyways, they did this thing, and there's a fight scene in it and all kinds of stuff. It's a lot of fun. You can go check it out. It's on. I've got another channel called Neil of the North. So, actually, I like that idea. Steve Bannon for speaker. Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, well, it's long past time to ditch Mitch, but you know, he's trying to pick his replacement. Did you guys know that? Mitch McConnell down there pick his replacement. Like they think this is some dynasty that they control. It's pathetic. Anyways, I can let y'all go. But I will ask you to do this one thing. Support the parallel economy. Quit giving your money to Amazon and wokesters who hate you. I have links below. My Patriot Supply, Black Ovis, Boot Bumpers, My Pillow. You can support the show. You can buy from small businesses. Do that. But man, get yourself some Giza sheets. In fact, let me ask this question. Who in my audience has Giza sheets? Who out there in my audience has the Giza sheets, and what would you say about them? Because they are by far, I didn't even know sheets were a thing. Me, I do. Okay, somebody I never, me, look at all you people who've got Giza sheets. That's great. I mean, I think they're absolutely the best sheets I've ever had. I have several and buy for my family. Love Giza, Seashell Mac. Thank you. They are the best. I know. Look at that. I gifted the pillow. They are the best. I got them as a gift. Love them. I do. Look at that. Well, you people have them. How am I going to sell any sheets? Anyways, mypillow.com, promo code Lumberjack. And then if you haven't tried his coffee, go check that out. That's at my store, mystore.com. Did I see Jonathan C. Tayon? Then look at that. There he is. Hey, Jonathan. Jonathan's a listener from Australia. I got to see him. He came over here actually this last winter. Anyways, I love y'all. I won't take up your whole night here, but I enjoy seeing you. But somebody needs more. That's great. Yeah, the coffee really is good. I mean, I was kind of surprised on that one. I'll be honest. I just really was surprised that the coffee was that good. So anyways, we're going to have Matt Gaetz as speaker, and that'll be good. I guess it'll be better than Kevin McCarthy. Hopefully, through all of this, they know that. So what do you mean the speaker's race is over? President Trump's endorsing Matt Gaetz. I don't think that's Matt Gaetz was already kind of a favorite going into it, and so now, or not Jim Jordan. I'm so sorry, Jim Jordan. Gosh, God help me. Oh wait, Matt Gaetz just tweeted. I'll give you something. All right, here we go. Straight from the horse's mouth. This is from Matt Gaetz. Like immediately, this is hot off the presses. He says, "Okay, let's negotiate. My GOP colleagues want to raise the threshold on the motion to vacate. This is a question for all of them. If we enact the reforms at Rep. Ro Khanna lays out here, how high would you like the MTV threshold to be? Because I'll basically give you whatever you want on the MTV for this stuff." Oh, wow. So Rep. Ro Khanna says, in fact, here, sorry, this is going to look kind of ghetto, but I'm going to do this for you. Here it is. So my GOP colleagues want to raise the thresholds on the motion to vacate. So he's saying, I'll negotiate on this. I don't want, I want that held there at 1. Okay. But here, check this out. This is a 58-second clip. Thank you, Madam Speaker. American people are frustrated. Hold on. With the corruption and role of big. So Matt Gaetz is saying, I'll raise the threshold if you give us all this stuff that he's talking about. So let's see what he's saying. People are frustrated and exhausted with the corruption and role of big money in the halls of Congress. That is why I'm introducing a 5-point plan. First, ban all PAC and lobbyist money to congressional campaigns. I don't take a dime of it. Second, ban completely stock trading and members of Congress from ever becoming lobbyists, activists like Unusual Whales,
Quiver Quantitative and the leaders at Crew have been mobilizing for this. Third, term limits for members of Congress. Fourth, term limits for Supreme Court justices. And fifth, an ethics code for Supreme Court justices. This is common sense. The people demand it. It's time we give them back their government and we reform in Washington. We should have bipartisan support for this 5-point plan. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Okay.
American people are
Okay.
frustrated
All right.
and exhausted
All right.
with the corrupt.
All right. So now I'm starting to agree with Matt Gaetz as much as I want one. This is I go along with this, man. If we could get some term limits in Congress, no lobbying, no, this is I couldn't have a job with never ending talking. Are you talking about me, Roy, or Congress now at this point? Anyways, yeah, well, then maybe they could change the motion to vacate threshold to 2. You're right. Lucy Bird says they will never agree. I concur, but yeah, that's real. So that's fresh off the presses from Matt Gaetz there. No, actually, it was a little while ago, but it just showed up on my Twitter feed. Sometimes it's kind of odd to me that Twitter gets you older stuff. Actually, it's not Twitter anymore. It's X. Hey, my Twitter handle or X handle, whatever, is down below in the links where you can, get stuff from Black Ovis or MyPillow. But go subscribe on Twitter. I am trying to grow that platform, and here's why, people. Hear me out on this. There are really only, I hate to say this, I really do, but I'm just going to tell you, there are really only 3 major platforms to get your stuff out right now. It's Twitter, I hate to say this, Fakebook, and CommuTube. That's it. Otherwise, you're getting out to such a restricted audience. And the other thing is you're not getting out to any of these people in the great unwashed masses of the middle. I love that I can go on Rumble and do a show the way I want. I do, and I still do from time to time. That's where we do our band reunions. But to actually get a message out to the masses, that's kind of where it's at. Twitter, or X right now, is the only one I've been completely able to say whatever I want to say. That's of those 3 major platforms. I actually responded to Dan Bongino within a minute of his tweet going on today where he talked about Rumble. And I just told him, I said, Dan, please get some machine learning engineers, hire some people who can make your platform better. Get a gall darn thing on there where you actually have a better product, because we need Rumble to be better. I so desperately want Rumble to be better. You don't even know how bad I want Rumble to be better. So anyways, but Twitter has gotten so much better, and we have been able to speak freely on all the band issues on these other platforms. So please go take a minute, follow on Twitter, and you also get great news over there. Just pick the right follows. You can actually go to my account, follow me on Twitter. Censorship, I don't know if they're going to ramp this up more. There are still holdouts within X that are still doing their thing. That's real. They're demonetizing and doing all the same crap. But Elon, the Libs of TikTok gal, Chaya Raychik or whatever. Anyways, she said, "Hey, I just got demonetized. Why?" Elon responded within a minute, because I think he follows her, and she was back up and running. So he's very responsive to this stuff. But he still has holdouts. Okay. So that's the deal. So it's working pretty well right now. Not perfect, but working pretty well. Okay. That's what I heard about the pillows. What'd you hear about the pillows? They're great pillows. I love them. God, I love them. I love those travel pillows. Take them hunting with me. So anyways, I went too long. I'm sorry. I love y'all. Keep fighting the good fight. MyPillow.com, promo code Lumberjack. All right. Love y'all. Peace out.